Everyone, thanks for checking out the lesson here for Billy in the Lowground. I've got two arrangements written up. I've got a very basic one, and then I've got more an intermediate arrangement. We'll do more consecutive eighth notes, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. We're gonna walk through that first part of the beginner arrangement right here on YouTube. We're gonna put the tabs up on the screen. We'll bring the camera on in. If you wanna access the full-length version and access all the practice materials, audio tracks, and PDF tabs, click the link in the box. Let's start working through it. Thanks for watching. All right, so here's the first four measures for Billy in the Lowground. First arrangement here. I'll play them slowly and then we'll break them on down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 2, 3, 4. All right, and also make note that the markings below the staff are pick directions, so the staples are down and the V's are up strokes. And if you're new to flat picking or playing these fiddle tunes, it's very important to master that pick direction and make sure things are darn near perfect. So here's that first measure broken down. We're starting on the 3rd fret of the A string there. It's the C note, C chord, C note. And we're gonna go back and forth between C, and then we go to 2, it's a B note. And back to C note, and then open D. So 1 and 2 and then the next note we got 2nd on the D string, and that's a quarter note. Notice there's a stem all by itself there. So again, the 8th notes are connected by a beam, right? And then we have a quarter note here. And then 2 more 8th notes, open G, 2nd fret G. So, then the next measure, 1st fret on the B. So we go all the way up to the next C note here. And that's a quarter note as well. And then we got some 8th notes. Then we play the 1st fret again. 3, back to 1, 2 on the G. And then the last note in this measure is an open G note. Again, a quarter note, just a stem all by itself. Then the next measure, 2nd on the G, and that's an A note, and we're going over top of the A minor chord here, so just give you an idea where the melody lands in the chord. So 2nd fret A, and then 2nd again, open G, and then 2 on the D, open G. Very simple measure there. Next measure, 0, 2 hammer on the G, and then open G, 2 on the D, and then 2 quarter notes here, open D, 2nd fret D. That measure. Now take note that the hammer-ons or pull-offs will take the place of a pick direction, and we'll do more hammer-ons and pull-offs in the second arrangement, more intermediate variation here. But just know, again, so if you look below the staff there, you won't see a pick direction below that hammer-on. It could be an upstroke if you took the hammer-on out of place and then put the correct pick stroke in there, be up. So we do down picks on down beats and up picks on up beats is the rule of thumb there. But yeah, just, you know, so you're aware that the hammer-ons or pull-offs kind of take place of that pick direction. And right here in measure 4 is the first hammer-on, and it's just a, you know, a downstroke, and then there's another downstroke, right? So oftentimes will be a double down or double up. So down, and then down again, down, up, down. All right, so those first 4 measures, just not quite up to speed, but A little more in context. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then moving on here, 5, 6, 7, and 8 takes us into the first ending, and we got some similar things here, but it kind of just finishes a little differently. So essentially, we're almost repeating the first phrase. Again, the first 4 bars are almost the same as the second 4 bars. Very, very close. So I'll kind of brush through them a little quicker. It gets just a touch different at the end. I got a couple different endings we can use as well. But measure 5, again, we're on that 3rd fret A, and we go back and forth between 3 and 2. So 3, 2, 3, then open D, 2nd fret D, quarter note there, then open G, 2, next measure, 1 on the B, and then 1 again, 3, 1, 2 on the G, open G, that's exactly the same. Then we're over top of the A minor chord here, 2nd on the G, open, and then we again on the 2nd G, open, 2nd D, and then here it gets a little different now. 0, 2 hammer on the D, and then we get into the first ending. So that's what that 1 with the bracket is. It's a first ending here. Open G, 2nd fret D, and then quarter note here, open D, 3rd fret on the A, which is the C note, and then we strum. And then you see the double dot, double bar, that's a repeat sign, and we're gonna repeat back to the beginning of the piece, the first full measure, the first measure. So, and then repeat measure 1, okay? But I'll play 5, 6, 7, and 8 one more time. Very much the same, just a little different of that A minor, right? So 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then now we'll repeat back to the beginning, and we'll play all the way down through measure 7. Measure 7, we will skip to measure 9, the second ending, right? You'll see a 2 with a line above it. So from measure 7 to measure 9. And I've just made a slightly different ending here. You could use the same one if you wanted, but just again, you know, a little variation. So if I play measure 7, and then now second ending. So measure 9, open G, 2nd fret D, open D, 2nd fret A, 3rd fret A, and then we strum. Oh. And then measure 10 will be officially the B part. So let me play through the whole A for you so you can hear it all go by. And I will take the second ending, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second ending, and then we would go on to the B part. So let's move on to the B part when you're ready.